Hey everybody, so just to take you through the process, first I bake the tapes in this, which is a dehydrator, which cooks the tapes, I suppose, at a constant 50 degrees Celsius. Sometimes they need manually winding with that machine there. And then once they're done, they can go into the player. This happens to be one that is really useful because it plays Beta, SP, SX, IMX and DigiBeta. This is the compact player. I've got the big ones as well in a rack somewhere, and these are bits and pieces to splice the tape back together if it's actually comes to pieces, which has happened. After a while, the tape sticks to itself and it literally rips itself apart when you try and play it. This is actually having trouble playing this one a little bit now because there's uneven tension where, despite being baked, there's still some stickiness on this tape. And this is a big tape, so this is that's actually DigiBeta in there. This is an old Betacam of my friend Robert's, and these are the smaller ones. So these are the small version tapes that went in the cameras, and these were for sort of studio or you know, TV broadcast masters would go on the big tapes. So the big tape should be better, but it's the same sort of tape, so we encounter the same problems. Once they are cooked and in the machine, they then go through it's usually in here actually, that machine. They then go into this thing, which is an Arja FS1, which is an incredible sort of time-base corrector and frame synchroniser, and it also can change the format, so you can make it progressive, but I'm not actually doing that. I'm just using it to stabilise the picture. Then it all goes through this sort of stuff and onto the machine here. This is capturing ProRes, so this is the standard definition, as good as you can get, reasonable compression, ProRes recording on that machine, and then simultaneously it goes through this thing which is called a Teranex, and this upgrades, or you know, hardware up converts footage to 720p, so it makes it progressive frames, and this is being captured on this computer, and this is the sort of backup computer. And a
miniature elevator delivers food hot and
I
fresh.
use this to have a backup copy, because sometimes these tapes will literally only play once.
Is theatrically precise.
And just checking the sync.
And smart service are all very well, but of course there's only one thing that really makes a restaurant stand out from the crowd.
So that's how it all works. And then on the way in, I'm checking the sort of physical condition of the signal and the picture quality and the audio levels, and you can even see if it's in phase and various other infos that goes in, which all comes from that machine there, which is a sort of scope machine. So there we are. That's how it all works. Oh, final thing I was to say, this is a particularly good player because it's got SDI out. So one cable which actually goes to the Teranex and then splits off to these things, so the pictures are actually going into the computers that are these. This is an Arja, two Arja IO4Ks. One of them, the display works, the other one isn't switched on for some reason, but they're both converting the signal from SDI to Firewire, or actually no, it's Thunderbolt, isn't it? Thunderbolt, and that's how they get into the machine, and that goes into this lovely bit of Arja software, Arja Control Room, I think, which, as I say, does really nice H264 encoding or ProRes, and I've found that works particularly well. So that's the process of capturing your old tapes. In this particular instance, it's Betacam and DigiBeta and Beta SP. But if you send me, you know, high 8 tapes or VHSs, there's a pile of VHSs over there I've just done last week. That's the process that they go through, and all this stuff here helps to stabilize and make sure the pictures are all as good as they can be. This thing is what I usually use for analog tape that's not SDI. That takes some noise out and also helps to stabilize the picture, and I can also tweak the black levels and white and chroma and all that sort of stuff on the way in, so I can perform some sort of manual correction to the picture as it all goes in. So there we go. Apologies for the mess. It's there's lots of stuff in and out all the time, so it's always a bit messy in here. So there we go. That's the process behind digitising tape these days.